And by the way, when Coleman asked that question and he asked, why don't the Israelis do a better job explaining, my first thought was, why don't the American Jews do a better job explaining this? And I think, and then you hit on one of my answers is they become elite. And the other answer, unfortunately, is that they actually don't even know the facts any longer. They don't even know, I've said this many times, if I meet a young Jewish person and I ask them, do you know how it is that the occupied territories became occupied? They have no idea. Like the basic ABCs of the Arab-Israeli conflict are unknown to, I would speculate, 80–85% of American Jews. So
no, American Jews willfully disarmed themselves of their own story and now face a frontal assault on their story and don't understand why they're so weak. The 1,300 pogroms that drove millions of penniless Jews with nothing but the shirts on their backs to New York Harbor over the course of the last 20 years of the 19th century and first 20 years of the 20th are the story of American Jewry coming into being. And the only thing left in American Jewish memory of that experience of the hundreds of thousands of dead and the millions of fleeing is Fiddler. There's nothing left.
You know, it just occurred to me the first time, Coleman will like this. You know how it's become very, very important for black people, and then liberal people agree with this argument. You need to know your history. We need to teach black people their history. If you don't know your history, you don't know anything. And Jews don't know their history much more profoundly than blacks don't know their history. American Jews have no idea of, and it's recent history, and they don't know it. It's their grandparents' history. And my grandparents, they don't know anything about it. And from that, they have no basis to defend themselves. So they're vulnerable to the arguments, emotional arguments of the other side. Then they lose their nerve. They see Israel as not really a real country. And all the kind of arguments, well, how would you expect America to react in the same situation? These don't really move them because America's a real country. Israel, in their mind, somehow is not. So it's apples and oranges to them.